Blog Talk Radio.
All righty. All praises to our Elohim. The Elohim, the Creator, the Ancient of Days, the Elohai of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. To our earthly mother, the Holy Spirit, wisdom. To our brethren, Yahweh Shai, Yahusha, Yahuwah. All praises to our Elohim. So tonight, but it is night at this moment for me, I have been toiling on the internet, toiling in the matrix of the madness of the Gentiles. I have been toiling in it. And what the Father has brought to my attention, and this is something that we should understand as a people, but it's very clear. It's very clear at this point. Brothers and sisters, brothers and sisters, there is a famine in the land. And this famine is not a food and drink. And this famine is the famine of the word from the Gentiles. So the Father has taken his word from the Gentiles. This is why when we are online communicating amongst ourselves, they bust through the door, they bust up in the comments, they want to give us their rendition, their soliloquy, their opinion, nothing based on facts, nothing based on biblical scholarship. They just want to raise hell. And it's funny because all of their dissertations and their videos and their opinions are all about themselves. It's all about themselves. We're still nowhere in their thought process, which is fine. And we don't need to be. But since we bring the Spirit of truth with us wherever we go, there are times where we step up and let them know that they're in error. Because if not we, then who? They certainly won't realize this on their own. And, there's plenty of them online, and there's this one woman, girl, what have you, whose breakdowns are so far-fetched and so incorrect that it is a shame to watch her fall. Okay? And that's why I kept it's like, well, I know these people cannot understand the truth, but why can't they understand the truth? It's because the famine in the land. And when you're even dealing with people that you work with or just deal with on a daily basis, you can see that they are without, they are in void, they are at a void at this moment. Because the word has gone from them. The Spirit of truth has gone from them. So what is the meaning of the famine of the word of God? A famine, it is a different metaphor. Now, before I say that, we have to understand that we are coming out of the famine. Okay? We are coming out of the famine of the word. Now the word has been brought back to us to be able to recognize the Spirit of truth within the word, to be able to coexist with the word, to be able to put on our armor, the full armor of the word, to be able to wield the sword of the word, and to be able to use it properly this time. Okay? So we're coming out of a famine, and they're going into a famine. That's also Romans 11:25. Don't be all conceited, Gentiles. Don't be all crazy because blindness has happened to Israel, Because when your fullness comes in, you will be blind too. The word will be taken from you. There is a famine against you. Okay? So an analogous to blinding, the metaphor, but still analogous to blinding, in that he diminishes the understanding of the people. The famine of hearing is a devastating curse because God takes away the very thing that could help their nation, the ability to hear his truth. They are in a famine, but the famine is in the land. Now, that said, okay, we have to be very cautious in how we deal with them, because this word cuts, and we don't want to be cutting. We don't want to be using the word to cut them without the Father's permission. A lot of times they are so ignorant, and it's an easy cut. And then when we cut them, it's crickets, because I've been cutting them. That's what I'm saying. I'm doing this, and the Father's come to me and he said, listen, be careful. I've given you this understanding now that you know, now you have a responsibility to wield the truth, the word properly. That doesn't mean that I'm not able, I should not go and give them the what for, or tell them that they are incorrect, or tell the truth. It means that don't do it out of malice, out of hate for them, because he vengeance is his. He slayeth them. He slayeth them with this word. That's Hosea 6:5. I have slain them. He's talking about himself. I have slain them by the words of my mouth. Even though he's using our mouths to do this, he's doing it through us. And yeah, this isn't, we're not saying, I'm definitely not saying don't let them know that they're in error by no stretch of imagination. And it's definitely not saying, hey, don't get on these social media platforms and let them know. Absolutely not. Do so, but don't do it out of malice, because they want to project themselves onto us. Oh, you guys are hateful. You guys are this. You guys are that. Or, all of you, or just him. They want to bait us into their projection of hate. This is a simple psychology 101 tactic that they're trying to use against the children to try to ensnare them once again into their madness. And from what I see, a lot of our brethren and sisters are not even taking the bait. We're just telling the facts, and they don't want those facts to be told, because those facts cut. The facts themselves cut. The word cuts them again. The truth, the spirit of truth of the facts of their behavior, their people's behavior, cuts them. So we don't have to stomp them after they're already cut. It's like we say what we say. Our yes is yes, our nay is nay, and we move forward. We don't got to go back and forth with these people, because they are degenerate. They are not worthy of our time. They're just not. But I wanted to talk about the word, because the word, because we are coming out of the famine. This word is so powerful. Like it has ever since the X, ever since the X, this spirit of truth has been just growing. We are standing up like we are the mighty men and women. We are standing up strong. There is no doubt about it. That's why they're all like, what the hell is really going on here? Where did all this come from? You guys are this. You guys are that. And then on top of them trying to come at us, we've got some of our people who look like us, who are not us, coming against us as well. So they're trying to smash us into the middle. And yet we're already above them. That's the irony of the whole thing. Like they're not even smashing us. They think they are. You got brothers talking about, oh, you guys are not even out. You guys are not indigenous. That's ridiculous. Well, that's your opinion, sir. There's no facts of what you even bring out. There's plenty of evidence that tells a completely different tale. I was talking to Brother Sly the other night, texting wise, and I talked about this before, about the ability of these people to, in their little ass boats, to be able to sail all 12.5 million people across the Atlantic. Now, the Atlantic Ocean is one of the most treacherous oceans with its ocean current on the face of the earth. Okay, it's treacherous. The currents do different things all the time. The winds out there are the Erikadashi out there is just playing with the water. Okay, and these people want us to believe that somehow in boats, not ships, boats, that they were able to maneuver through the most treacherous part of the sea on the earth with a bunch of people, bringing 12.5 million people over here. So, Brother Sly did the math. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. I'm trying to find it. Okay. So he said, because he ran the numbers too, and he said he used very generous numbers. It would take 10 slave ships bringing 700 Africans per voyage, nonstop, for 300 years straight to reach the capacity of 12.5 million. And it's scientifically impossible, right? Plus, he says you have to figure in loading and unloading the boat, repairs, bad weather, loading cargo, food, water, medical supplies, and return trips to pick up more slaves. These numbers don't add up. So when these brothers are coming at us talking madness because they want to be from a place, they still are covetousness. They're still coveting other people's nations, other people's lands. We don't even have to go sideways with them. We just come straight way. If that's how you feel, that's great. But the facts and the anthropology tells a different tale. It's simple. I mean, and I get it. I understand. This as like we have woken up well before a lot of people. We've been up. We've been standing, and now people are starting to wake up, and they're trying to come in. They're trying to be where we are without doing the work. Okay, and that's white, black, blue, Puerto Rican, Haitian. Everybody is. And if you are a Gentile in this walk that we're walking in, and you're at our elevation, you should know what we're talking about. Okay, but our people here that deal with what we're saying, we are elevated. Okay, we're not trying to be in it. We're just trying to be above it and move forward through it. Okay, so I just found that interesting because his numbers don't even it doesn't really work for what they said. Now remember, 12.5 million. Okay, now and I did a Google search. I said, why is it so difficult to find Negro history? Okay, to find Negro history. This is what their white Google, their Zionist Google says. Learning about family history can be a challenge for Black Americans because of slavery. It is often difficult for them to trace their ancestry prior to the 1870 census. Records of the enslaved are often handwritten, poorly maintained, or just simply lost over time. Now, let's break this down before we go any further. poorly, records of enslaved are often handwritten, poorly maintained, or simply lost over time. That sounds like people who have stolen something saying, hey, we just lost it, we don't know really who you are. But yet they know everything else. They know all about themselves. They know all about the Ish people. They know all about the Romans. They know all about the Greeks. They know all about everything. They can go to the moon. They can go to the sea, the bottom of the seafloor. They can do all these things. They've been the Pharaohs. They've been the Babylonians. They've been the Assyrians. They've been all these things, and yet they lost our records. Now this is supposedly 12.5 million people. They done lost. Listen, that I don't know what happened to it. Literally, it got lost. Somebody. Listen, we misplaced all the records of who you are. we just misplaced it. We wrote it in chalk. I don't know what happened to it. Wasn't me. I don't know what happened to it. Just tell you're just black. You're just black. We'll just say you black. How's that? And now today, that's not good enough. That's not good enough, considering they know, supposedly, everything. Everything. And so now when we stand up and claim our inheritance, now they got that look on their face like, no. When we talk about reparations, you got monkeys of all races coming at us talking about y'all are lazy, y'all always want something for nothing. You should. I got this car. There was this brother, supposed side-eyed brother, who worked in the military. He was in the military, and now he's in IT, and he got on TikTok talking about reparations. We don't need no reparations. That's just for lazy people. Look at my house. Look at my car. And I'm thinking to myself, nigga, you were in the military making money off of us, and you still get a military pension off of us, and you over here trying to mock the reparations that are owed to you. And it's strange, but yet it's not, because it's to be expected when the famine of the word is taken from these people. And even when they did have the word, they wielded the sword of the word unrighteously. And now they are looking at what they used to have and used to be able to say and used to be able to understand, and there's no understanding in it. Or better yet, there's all types of understanding, but no over and no inner. Because the spirit of truth has been taken from them. Taken. And they got nerve to come at us sideways when we're telling them the truth. When we give them the truth peacefully, they mad at that, and they want to come at us violently. They say wild things. They say weird things like, we kill all of you all, or you guys ain't this, you guys ain't. Golly, it's the same hate that they misused the word with in the first place. And now we just sit back with our whole armor on, and we just watch them fall, watch them bend over, crick over like heroin addicts, like they're on drugs, because that's what it is. They have lost the spirit of truth, so now they have the spirit of lies, and that is an addicting drug, and it's got them all bent over, doing madness. Doing lots and lots of madness. Okay? So the Father had me write something, and I'm going to get into the word. Father had me write something, and I wanted to say this a long time ago, but it's now fitting, because now I understand that we're no longer in the famine of the word now. Okay? So this is what I wrote. The word has been taken from the Gentiles. They are in a famine. Brother Sly and I slaying them with the word in comments. Brother Leon bringing the word to manifest every day. Sister Pat bringing the word against the principalities in high places. Brother Levi bringing the word elemental prophecies. Brother Judah bringing the word against their lawless history. As the word slays the unrighteous, they kick against the prick. Bruised and bloody, they continue to kick. Not understanding that their rule is over, they cry out to their Elohim, and he does not hear them. Cry out to our Elohim, and he does not hear them. We stand bold, we stand strong on his might, and we fight with his sword, his word. And they project their troubles onto us only to lose each time because our words are just. We will let them be as we discuss within ourselves, but they jump up to be beat down. Is it our problem they will not atone nor repent? No. So we fight. I say we fight with the might of the Father's sword, his word. We no longer fear Ish. We no longer care. They fight their shadows and can no longer wish that we were asleep, because the word, you see, is what we heard, and they fear our boldness, our might. And yet they comment, and yet they come and conceive that we are and yet they cannot conceive that we are our Father's kids, like it or not. So they perverse our word and make up stories, but they do not hold any truth, because the truth sets us free. And from our elevation, we look at them and they just cannot see. The word has left them blinded by our light. Stand up, stand strong, stand with might, and stand for what's right. Brothers and sisters, all praises to the Most High. Selah. Okay? I wrote that, but I wanted to say it. Okay? Now let's get into this real quick, because this I found very interesting. We're going to first start with the word, verses in the scriptures of the word. Now watch how these things all play out for us today. Okay? We're going to start first with Psalms 119, 105. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. James 1:22. I'm not going to read them all, but just a few. James 1:22. But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. Isn't that today? Wherewithal shall a young man, this is Psalms 119:9. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way, by taking heed thereto according to thy word. Luke 11:28. But he said, yea, rather blessed are they that hear the word of God and keep it. Isaiah 40:8. The grass withereth, the flower fadeth, but the word of our God shall stand forever. Psalm 18:30. As for God, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord is tried. He is a buckler to all those that trust in him. Matthew 7:24. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. Now let's hold tight there. Has the Gentiles built their house on rocks? If they have built their house on rocks, why is their world in such disarray? See? Matthew 24:35. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away, right? This is what we're seeing. We're starting to see these things in a elevated state. Philippians 2:14-16. Do all things without murmuring and disputings, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as light in the world, holding forth the word of life. Psalms 119:130. The interest of thy word giveth light, it giveth understanding unto the simple. It should. This is what we're trying to do. This is what we're trying to do for them, because they're simple-minded, foolish people. But they won't acknowledge their simple-mindedness. They think that they are over us. This is the beauty of the famine. The famine comes, it's just like when the famine came for us, they found themselves above us. They were like, yo, what? This is not, what do you mean? What? We can do this? This is what we're going to do. The father told him, he said, hey, you're coming, you're going to take care of you're going to do this for me. You got to do A, B, and C, take out these people, leave the rest alone, and do what I say. I'm going to give you my word so you can hold for my people when after this trouble that I bringing forth to them, and after that, everything will be fine. They were like, what? Because see, you get an opportunity, just like we had. We had the opportunity to have the word and do the right thing with it. They had the opportunity to have the word and do the right thing with, but they never did the right thing. From jump, at least we did somewhat of the right thing for a time before we went off. They got it and never did the right thing from jump. Matthew 4:4, but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. John 1:1, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. This is why we can, now that the famine has been taken away from us, and now we have the Word again, now we can utilize the Word, the Word of God for our benefit, for our own elevation, for our own mercy, grace, and healing. And that, I'm going to pause for a second. And it's been very interesting to me. This is something that I just saw, and I was talking to Brother Leon about this as well. It's something that I have been noticing, that the more we are in this word, the more we are putting on our whole armor, the younger we're getting, the younger we're looking, okay? The more this famine comes upon them, the older they look. Just peep game. Just look at that going forward. Just take a look at that, because even their pastors, these people they don't look right. See, the standard of beauty was them when they had the word. See, that word gives all things. Like that is the prize. That is more precious than gold. The word, a righteous word. So whether or not they used it properly or not, they had it for a time. They had it for a finite period of time, and they were able to benefit off of the word for that time. Now, once that word has left them, so does their beauty, so does their riches, so does their understanding, so does their overstanding, so does their understanding. Their whole system implodes. And that's what we're seeing. They act like Putin is going to do something different than what Biden does, or Trump does, or Nasty Who does. They think that somehow they need a savior, when they had the word. They had the word. They had salvation. They had salvation. So why would it's not even reasonable or logical to believe that you get salvation again. Salvation comes for the oppressed. What? Oh my gracious. Hold on a second. So salvation is the state of being protected from harm or a dire situation. Or, it says, being saved from sin and its consequences. See, that's there. They put that or in there. The word, whatever. So, or I'll read that. The word comes from the Latin word salvatio, which comes from salva, meaning saved. For saved in religion and theology, the academic study of salvation is called soteriology. Soteriology, okay? But whatever all that madness is talking about, the fact is that salvation is the state of being protected from harm or a dire situation. So if you have been ruling in privilege without any accountability, with the ability to gain and steal and kill at whim without any consequence, what makes you think that that you need protection? The people who you've done this to needs the protection because they've been in a dire situation. This is the converse and the madness of Christianity and all of their religions, for that matter. It's all madness because they all don't understand that they have had their salvation. And we say, well, the Christians had the word. Well, so did the Buddhists, so did the Hindu. So did the Muslim, so did the Zoroastrian. All these people have had the word that we know of, and they have not used it properly. Well, how do you know they haven't used it properly? Look at the state of the world today. That's how we know everything. And their Bible and our scriptures is all based on characteristics, and that's only because they took away the actual people who the scriptures have been written about. So now you have to base it all on characteristics. This is where they go wrong because they go, well, there is some sort of parallel with the Israelites of the ancient and the Negro, but we don't want to deal with that characteristics of it. We want to deal with the people today. Well, okay, if that's how you're going to misuse the word, misuse the time that you have with the word, so be it. You've misused your time. Project your upsetness now at us because now the famine is brought upon you and now we get our word back. Don't be upset. It will be easy, but they're simple-minded. It will be easy for them to say, you know what, shoot, and we're talking about a reasonable and rational individual, to say, well, if they now are saying these things that we know happened in the 1900s, 1800s, 1700s, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, all the way back, then maybe there's something with this salvation thing for them. Maybe we might want to cling onto them. But no, they doubled down. That's why they're going to get doubled, because they doubled down. They doubling down now. This woman on TikTok created this 12 tribe chart. And it's all white people from Switzerland, Russia, Turkey, Britain, England, Germany. All of them the whole 12 tribes is in Europe. Then you got this other dude that's saying that the two kingdoms, the northern and the southern, or the one, just they don't even give northern and southern. He just said one kingdom is the Jews and the other kingdom is the Gentiles. But it's not. That's what I'm saying. The word has been taken from them. They can no longer recognize the truth. They can no longer recognize truth, and it's rightfully so, because they are not willing to accept the truth of what their people have done, what they have done in the reincarnated, in the spiritual realm and the physical realm. They are no longer able to rationalize it, to reconcile it. And that's how we will know who the cleavers are. Because they're going to come and they're going to be like, listen, I apologize. We're not all like that. It's not all. They're going to be, they will come and we will know who they are, because they will stick out like a sore thumb. It's like I was telling this guy online today. Hey, you guys have to realize, nations, Gentiles, heathens alike, You got Ish too. You all got to realize that you that you cannot be trusted. There is absolutely no trust. It is broken. It is severed. Never, ever, nunca, 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 to be given again. It is done. There's no trust. You've broken every treaty. You have lied. You have cheated. You have stolen as a people, as a race of people, because all you all are wanting to be white. W-I-G-H-T. Now watch this. White. W-I-G-H-T. A person of a specified kind, especially one regarded as unfortunate. So these people are unfortunately, they are unfortunate people. They are simple, foolish people. They are white. So everybody that wants to be white, W-I-G-H-T, fits into the category of now those that will have a famine of the word. They no longer will have the spirit of truth. There was a fine line for them to get that spirit of truth. And some people said, well, no, they can do it. And of course, the Father can give the spirit of truth to whomever he wants. That's the cleavers. Those that will cleave. Surely he can do that, and he will. But for the mass majority, no. Well, some people say, well, everybody, he wants everybody to get. No, listen, he does, but don't get it twisted. He gave us free will. Not free, you have free will to do the right. Okay, let me stop. Predestination is true. Okay, you are predestined to do what you are to do. But he gave you a benefit of the doubt of free will to allow you to make the choice to stay on one path. You got a couple paths. So predestined. So there's let's just say two paths: the good and the bad. So you have you are predestined to choose one or the other. But with your free will, you get a choice to go good, to choose the right way. But you are already predestined for one or the other. But what the Gentiles and some brethren and some other nations get all incorrect is that they think that, hey, all that means that it's a puppet and odd. Listen, the facts are just the facts. The word of the Father is your salvation. It is your armor. It is your protection. And they had it for a time. That's why they could wage wars and kill people. And people were like, oh, God, here comes the big Americans. They coming in and they going to just destroy us. They're going to rape us. They're going to kill us. They're going to take our women. They're going to That's why that dude, prepper man with the long mullet haircut, dude's very strange looking, in my opinion. Not really paying him no attention. Not judging him. But he's strange looking. But he said it. Oh, well, China's going to come and take our women. See, they are so lascivious that they think that it's always about sex, always about sticking something in something. That, again, is a telltale sign that they have no truth in them. China ain't going to do no more or no less than what they did. That's why he said it, right? That's why he was all concerned. Oh, they're going to take our women and children. Listen, your women and children have been predestined to do that based on their actions, based on your actions of not dealing properly with the word. Now the burden comes, the word is gone, and the burden is like a scale. They had the word while they had it was keeping the burden light. Now that word is gone and that burden goes. Now it's heavy. And they're like, wait, we got to figure out what the word means now. Where's our pastors? Oh, the pastors are dropping out of the pulpit because they are, in sin. They had transgressions. They too busy playing with little girls, little boys. They too busy stealing. They too busy lying. They too busy cheating. They too busy trying to sell land in heaven to allow for the word to make a man or woman or child free. They're too busy trying to keep people in bondage than to set them free. Because the Spirit of truth sets you free. And has their world ever been about freedom or being free? No. No, not once. No, not once. Ever been about people being free. So right there, when they had the word that could set people free, they chose to put free, to put the spirit of truth in bondage, which ultimately put people in bondage as well. And somehow, some way, they think that today we care about their downtroddenness. They think we care. I'm like, listen, that's your problem. That's your problem. See, I'm going to say it again because it flows off the tongue really nice. Listen, that's your problem. It's not mine. I'm not here to carry your weight, carry your burden of your weight, your transgressions. I mean, you say the prayer all the time, and you see what I'm saying? You've had the word the entire time, and you have not treated it right. Why do I have to care about the way you didn't do what you were supposed to do? That has nothing to do with me. That will put me complicit in your madness and your punishment. And that's not what I'm trying to do. Sorry. No, sir. No, ma'am. That's not what I'm doing. Because, again, now I got the word. Now I got the word. And so, okay, I got the word. I'm hearing the word. I'm seeing the word. I'm eating the word. I'm living the word. I like living this word. I like the righteousness. I wish for a righteous kingdom. I'm tired of an unrighteous kingdom. Oh, you got to pay taxes on this. You got to pay taxes on that. Oh, you got to eat this food, this swine. Oh, you got to eat this GMO. Oh, everything is just poison. Oh, everything you got to pay for. Oh, you want this water. You got to pay this for this water. The water's polluted. Oh, you got to go to this job when, I'm going to give you this money, but I'm going to take most of it. I'm tired of that. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of their system. It's ridiculous. At the end of the day, it is all, they are a ridiculous people. And they think that we have to care. They think that we should give them a break. We are. We're just telling you the truth. Listen, if you tell the truth, okay, so wait, time out. First of all, you can't be trusted. The trust has been broken. And because the trust has been broken, that's on you to fix, not us. Because you've already shown your ass that you can't be trusted. See, you can't trust the Negro. No. You can't trust the white man and all variations thereof. And all those that wish to be. You can't trust them. So if you can't trust them, then they have to fix that. See, this is why, hey, wait, time out, that's not my problem. Nor am I going, we got to vote for Biden or Trump, one of them, we need a savior. Okay, so why Trump is going to save you? He's the last Trump. The last Trump of the Gentiles is Donald D. Dingaling Trump. He's the last Trump. Biden. So you think that at this stage in the game, when we hold the truth, that we are going to vote, be held complicit, be held accountable for your actions, two white WIGHT men, you guys are crazy. Literally, you're out of your mind. We are elevating. We're dealing with our own salvation, our own enlightenment. You can't just come in busting in talking nonsense, talking doo-doo. Are you crazy? Like it's a hard pill to swallow, but we had to, we had to do it. And by right, all right of spiritualism, all right of righteousness, you do too. You do too. His famine's a hell of a thing. You talk about Jacob's trouble. Isn't that Jacob's trouble? The famine of the word. The Father just took his word from us. He was like, in that 70 AD, he just took it from us. We're going to get into it. He just took it from us. And we've been running in the wilderness, running from the heathen and the Gentile in the wilderness ever since. Ever since. I know brothers and sisters is on different paths of enlightenment, of enrichment, of salvation to get to the top of Zion. I get it. But the fact still remains that justice has to be doled out. Like, is the Father unjust if he doesn't allow us to gain justice? I mean, we're seeing it now. Justice is coming to them. Everything they do, they're catching hell. Pre-2019, a Karen and a Darren would walk out there and talk a bunch of doo-doo and have a man arrested. A dude was walking, bird watching, and this woman was walking her dog crying, and she got hemmed up. It's been a slippery slope ever since then that they've been getting hemmed up. And now look at them. The cops are getting caught up. In Charlotte the other day, this cop, this brother, he ran a stop sign or whatever, some little small traffic situation. This filthy cop, decided he was going to arrest him over nothing and steal his money. This brother had like $2,000 cash. He had just came somewhere. He went to the store, came out, and the cop, I guess, I don't know, ran and stuff. I didn't really pay much attention of that. But the cop took his money and hid it in his cop car. And they took him down to the station, and the brother was very adamant about, this guy has stolen my money. And so he made such a ruckus that the rest of the police came out, and they were like, what is going on? And they said, did you take his money? He's like, no, I ain't taking his money. I ain't taking his money. He said, and the brother was just sitting there looking at him going, I know you took my money. This is the spirit of truth that we hold now, bringing them into judgment. You took my money. That dude was like, I ain't taking your money. He's sitting in his car. So he crumpled it up. He goes, I heard it. I heard you take off that rubber band of my stack. I heard you. And then they said, come on, get out. Let me just check. Lo and behold, this dude had taken his money. And they arrested that cop right there. The cops arrested that cop. This is justice. So when brothers say and sisters say that this, he doesn't, the Father doesn't want any, he wants everybody for salvation. Sure, he does. But there has to be justice. I mean, that's the whole point of the saints, our ancestors up underneath the altar, crying out for justice. They ain't crying out for peace. They ain't crying out for equality. They're crying out for justice. That's why for me, I ain't tripping. I can elevate, but I know that in my heart of hearts, the true me wants justice. I know. My mama and my cousin, my mama and my aunt and my uncles were in Birmingham during the dogs and the water hoses. They were in that picture. My friends' families were in Selma. I went to Selma for an anniversary of the Selma March, and the cop and the sheriff, we were protesting outside of the sheriff's office, and that cop threatened to put us all under the jail. Justice for all those brothers and sisters that went before us. We want justice. We don't want no peace. There will never be peace from the people who never dealt with the spirit of truth. Don't you understand? That's the key. That's the remedy. Justice has to be met out before we can go forward. There's no trust. There can be no peace. There must be just us. But I digressed in that rant. I digress. Because that, I don't know what people think, and I don't know where people are at, but if they are nowhere near justice, they're nowhere near us. Okay? They're not, and that's what I'm saying. The cleavers will come and say, listen, justice needs to be had for what we did, what we have done to your people. See, automatically, okay, let me hear more. But you ain't getting in the door until I hear more. And your heart must be tested. That's how we're going to know these cleavers. And it's going to be tough on them. Tough on a lot of them. Because their pride is too high. They think that they can ride this pride thing all the way to some heaven that they imagine through their vain imaginations. And it's not going to work. People say, well, why are you dealing with the Gentiles? And listen, I'm not dealing with them. I'm just showing the separation of them from us. And it's got to be evident. It's got to be shown. It's got to be spoken about. This is the only way that we elevate. Who, if not us, then who? Who's going to, if we don't say something, who else is going to say it? They going to tell us? They're going to say, listen, you know what? We're in a famine now, and guess what? You guys get the word. They going to tell us that? Oh, guess what? You know what? We lost all your stuff. We don't know who you are. You're black. See, that's what they're telling us. We doing this on our own, and as we do it, we're doing it with the Father's help, with the Spirit of Truth, with Yahweh Shai, and all of this, and anthropology, and the earth, the mother coming to our rescue. And we're just supposed to not say nothing about that? We're supposed to just be like, well, you know what? I mean, that's cool. That's cool, I guess. That's cool. No. That is something to feast on. That's a feast. I can't wait till everything is said and done and we can have a feast day like none other. Giving all praises to our Father, to the Creator. No more idolatry, no more triflingness, no more wickedness, no more usury, no more ish, no more Esau, no more lies, no more trickery. Oh, I can't wait. All right, let's go to Ephesians, because this is where we at. Hold on. Let's step into Ephesians 6:10-18. Finally, my brethren and sisters, be strong in our Father and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of our Father, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the Gentiles. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of our Elohim, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Father, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. I mean, that says it right there. I mean, literally, that's telling exactly what my soliloquy was. Everything. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. See, so when we stand in faith of knowing who we are, finally, we know who we are. The whole world is upset because we are standing in the gap for our inheritance. And they're going, what? And they're trying to throw darts at us. They're trying to come at us. They're trying to bait us into coming against them. And no weapon born against us shall prosper. They can't do anything to us. They're so confused. They are so discombobulated at this moment because they, on one hand, on the let me get this right. On the right hand, they dealing with war. On the left hand, they dealing with their pride. With their eyes, they see us standing up. And with their mouths, they're still speaking forked tongue. And we're going, we ain't got nothing to do with your war. We ain't got nothing to do with your pride. We ain't got nothing to do with your forked tongue. But what you see is the truth. And this has got them perplexed. This has got them befuddled. This has got them upset. That they're just losing their mind. Literally losing their mind. Because after Ephesians, we go to Amos 8. And we're going to start at 9. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahweh Shai, that I will cause the sun to go down at noon and will darken the earth in the clear day. There's your X. There's your eclipse. And I will turn your feast into mourning. Now, this was talking about us, okay? All of this is talking about us, but the Father don't change. So they want to be us. They're going to catch these hands now. Now they catch these hands. They're going to catch these hands. You can't be us and get all the blessings without the cursing. You got the blessings first, so you get the cursing now. We got the cursing first, now we get the blessings. This is just how it is. Don't be mad at us. Don't be jealous of us. Deal with the Father with that. Go to the Father. Go to God with that. Let Him inform you of why your planet, your rulership on His planet is coming to an end. Let Him tell you, since you don't believe anybody else. You want all the white people to be right. You want the 12 tribes to be all white. Okay, solid. That's cool. You're fine. All of your 12 tribes are white. Now you got to deal with the curses. Now what? No, that's not what we want. No, time out. It's done. It's been done. And it shall come to pass, this is 9, Amos 8 and 9. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahweh Shai, that I will cause the sun to go down at noon, and I will darken the day. I will darken the earth in the clear day. And I will turn your feasts into mourning, and all your songs into lamentation. And I will bring up sackcloth upon all loins, and baldness upon every head. And I will make it as the mourning of an only son. I will make it as the mourning of an only son, and the end thereof as a bitter day. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh Shai, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh Shai, of the Father, of Ahiah, of the Creator. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh Shai, and shall not find it. In that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. They that swear by the sin of Samaria and say, Thy God, O Dan, liveth, and the manner of Beersheba liveth. Even they shall fall and never rise up again. So that's the idols. They're going to be going, oh, the sins of, where's our idol? Where's our Jebius? Where's our Jesus, our Jesus? And then they'll fall. All of the idols will fall. And I take this as an earthquake, right? It's going to be a quake or some sort of war. All of it's going to fall. They have made statues of their idols all over Europe. Okay? Turkey has a ton of them. Georgia has a ton of them. Ukraine has a ton of them. They even made a big old statue of Caesar over in Brazil. That's coming down. All these obelisks are coming down. Okay? All of the idols that they worship is coming down. The first biggest and greatest idol is already come down, which is their dollar. Okay? So this is all that's happening right now. All that's happening. And then, therefore, have I cut down by the prophets. I have slain them by the words of my mouth, and thy judgments were as the light that goeth forth. So as we are putting in this work, studying to show ourselves approved, as we are getting things done within ourselves, our shadow works, our understanding, learning, our overstanding, our understanding, as we are elevating, right? We are judging them with our words. Because in their mind, all they know us to be are vagabonds. All they know us to be is blacks. And now they're looking at us because we're looking. That's what I said. Like when we hold the word, we look younger. We begin to look younger. The beauty standards have changed, if you haven't noticed. That's what's been happening. Everything has been an exchange of situation. And they've been trying to hold on and hold off and push off and bar themselves up in their own world and dismiss the salvation that's come. Because it's not theirs. Oh, well, I mean, they act like they're getting some salvation. The salvation's coming up. Oh, well, gee, I can't. And then they have the gall to get in their little dirty, wicked-ass churches and talk nonsense about, we want Jesus to come. Man, be careful what you wish for. Because who you think he's coming to come against? Is he coming to come against us, the blacks? Is that what he's coming? He's coming against, oh, I see. You think that he's going to come against us and bring you to heaven? Like, the logic it's not even rational. It's not reasonable, first of all, and second of all. But that's not even what he said he's doing. He's coming to bring variance. He's coming to bring the sword. He's coming to bring justice for his people. Like, I don't even understand and I get that they are revising these books every day, Like this one, that crazy girl on TikTok was like, I'm just going to tell you, it's a new book, it's a new Bible, and I really like his commentary, and this is what I'm reading. And I'm thinking to myself, why? What? So you want to read out of a new book, a new basic instruction before leaving earth, a new stolen compilation of Hebrew Israelite scriptures that suits you. See, that's how you know that they have no longer the word. And that's another, okay, so they got all these revisions of one book that they already stole and transliterated. So now why do you need to transliterate it more and translate it more and cut it up, divide it? Now you ain't got the word. You've lost the word. You've done this to yourself. You've got no one to blame but yourself. The famine is in the land against the Gentiles. The word is no more with them. And they got to look on their face at us. When we're saying, all praises, Father, thank you for the salvation that you are bringing forth to us. And they're like, but wait, we all get salvation. No. Whoa. I take that back. You're correct. We all do get salvation. You got yours, I'm getting mine. No. He's coming for all of his children. Wait. You're right. All of his children. See, they don't like when we emphasize what they say back to them. They get befuddled. They get upset. Now they want to fight. They want to call us names. They want to mistreat us as if we don't know what we're talking about. And our salvation is a beautiful thing if they would stop and look. But they can't and they won't, because that's not written. I know some people, they can always listen, I'm not saying what the Father can and can't do. That's his business. What I'm saying is, based on what they are doing today and how they are acting, it don't seem like they can get it. It will take a supernatural interference by the Father to be able to open their eyes, to be able to give them this overstanding. It will take that. And they're mad because our eyes are wide open and their eyes are wide shut. This, again, is Romans 11:25. Blindness has now besought them. This is the beauty of why we do this, why I do this, because every day I'm going, man, the Father, from the moment that I started my journey, I have been in amazement ever since. I had to, put a lid on my exuberance, my zeal, because pre-2019, because it wasn't time. And now after 2019, I'm still keeping a lid on it a little bit, but I'm excited. I really am. I mean, I listen to these brothers and sisters who are out here working for the Father on YouTube, on TikTok, and I'm going, all praises, Father, thank you. I watch brothers in the comments. I'm looking at the comment section now. It used to be I was really enamored with what people were saying. Now I go right to the comments because I want to see how many of us there are. And I'm here to tell you, there's a lot. There's a lot of us. There's a lot of us. Brothers and sisters is going hard, like hardcore, like rough, rugged, and raw. They are out here throwing elbows on these people. And these people are not prepared. They are ill-equipped. They are ill-equipped. Like literally. They don't even, it's such an unfair fight. That's why I just want, I'll go into a comment and get in on somebody, to do it, and that's it. I do it, but I don't even really have to do it because it's all these other brothers and sisters that's doing it. But when I do it, it's like I'm coming in, giving a straight uppercut, a Tyson. I'm going, bow. This is, bow. And they're like, oh, woo. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a rap, It's a rap. So this whole thing, and that's what I was going to say. As we do these comments, the tactic has changed now. We don't need to do it individually. We need to do it collectively. And when we do it collectively, we do it amongst ourselves, meaning we hold communication in their comment section on their video amongst ourselves. And we talk about it. We do what they did to us. We use commentary. We use the Father's words via our words of the Father's through commentary on what they're saying. And I'm gonna tell you, it just destroys them. Because we'll be having a conversation amongst ourselves, and they'll be, well, what are you talking? What are you? We dismiss. What are you talking about? Not even acknowledging them, and we continue to hold our conversation. And they do get mad. They get irate. And Brother Sly been blocked all over the place. Oh my goodness! It tickles me because we're doing this for the Father's sake. We really are. We're doing this with the Spirit of truth. So we're not coming in saying you Cracker Jacks and you this and that. No, we're coming in saying scriptures. We're citing history books. We're giving lessons. We're giving reasonable explanations. We're giving logic. We're giving truth. And they don't seem to be able to handle that. They are struggling with holding the spirit of truth right now because their turn it's over for them. They're not able to do that anymore. It's not for them anymore. And it's a beautiful thing to watch our salvation grow and our elevation grow. And our people stand up, a mighty and exceeding army. It is a fantastic thing to watch, a fantastic thing to see. Excuse me. It really is. Like and like I said about Sister Pat, Brother Judah, Brother Levi, and so many other brothers and sisters that are putting in this work, all praises to the Father for giving you all the word, giving you your armor, your shield and your sword. All praises to him for that. Because without the work of our people, the world would be in dire straits. I mean, literally, it would be in dire straits. We're the only reason why the world is not kaput. We're the only reason. Because the Father knew that he had to bring his people back to their glory for the world to recognize the truth. Otherwise, these people would have just lied all the way till kingdom come. And lied trying to get in the kingdom. Yeah, I'm from Gad. Nigga, I'm Gad. What you mean? You see my papers? Nigga, that's my brother Ephraim over there. Dude, know that he's straight up British, white British, or, Ukrainian or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They will lie all the way to the kingdom. And the Father's like, y'all ain't lying all the way to the kingdom because there's going to be tests on top of tests on top of tests. Yeah. In God, this is Psalms 56:4. In God I will praise his word. In God I will put my trust. I will not fear what flesh can do unto me. Right? Because we're giving all praises to our Father via giving us the word. His word. It is such a light thing. It is such a light thing. Proverbs 2:6. For the Lord giveth wisdom. Out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. I'm going to just say overstanding and understanding. Right? And John 8:31 through 32. Then Yahweh Shai to those Hebrews, which believed on him. If ye continue in my word, then are ye my disciples indeed, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. That's all we're saying. That's all we're trying to do. This ain't about us. It's about our Father. It's about completion of the task that was set eons ago. It's about elevating to get to the various levels of the heavens that we were in prior. It's about getting from up underneath the base yoke of the heathen. It's about loving our brother as we love ourselves, loving our sisters as we love ourselves, loving our nation again as we love ourselves. Because our nation is what it is all about. Our nation, the Israelites, the northern and the southern kingdom, the real northern and southern kingdom. Our Father's glory that we get the glory. It is for our Father's glory that he's given us the word to use for his glory. Not like the heathens and the Gentiles did, to use for their glory, their vain imaginations. This is come to the, I'm not going to be here too much longer, but I just wanted to also, I saw online that our brothers and sisters are wild. They rough on these jokers, let me tell you, but they wild, and it's kind of funny, and it's rightfully so, and it's deservedly so. So they've created a new word for the Gentiles, and they call them the Thin Lipians. I thought that was funny. Thin Lipians. So anyway, that's just a little quick joke here to the end. And the last thing is, sheep is like wool, goat is like straight hair. So, we get to see these things now for what they are and who each other is. But surely there will be some goats with the sheep. Won't be many, but there will be some. Brothers and sisters, just stay up. It's a lot going on. Don't worry about these wars that these fools is trying to do. And our Father, listen, the word is our Goshen. It is our Goshen. I can do a whole lesson on that too, but it is, the word is the Goshen, because the word gives us salvation. The word and salvation is our protection. So the Goshen is us living in the word of the Father. And right now, this is where we're headed. This is where we're all on the journey right now to Goshen. And that's so that we can be protected from their foolish wars. That has to happen because they have to be moved off the land. The land's got to be purified. Everything's got to switch. And it can only switch when we get rid of the foolish nation that he put over us. So all praises to our Father for this word, and all praises that our brothers and sisters in our nation stand up, stay up, and rise up. All praises. Shalom.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Granger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.